What's up, guys? I'm coming at you live with a Yugiold deck profile.
This guy's ready.
This one is for everyone who bullied me when I was a 14-year-old kid. I'm now at the top of the ladder.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the crowd?
Oh, I am Dr. Danny, aka Danny Ayala in the Yu-Gi-Oh world.
Okay.
Aka Afro in the Yu-Gi-Oh world. But here I am with a Glad Beast deck profile.
Great.
So we got only 2 Laquari. I know some people like playing 3. But I like 2 because I feel like in this format, the attack stuff is pretty low, so I can run over it with a lot of GBs, so Laquari is not as necessary.
So if you play 3, you're an idiot, right?
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Alright, thank you.
But I did go into Herc a couple times, so it's still necessary. Here's 2 Darius. If you book a Moon the Darius, by the way, the other card gets its effect.
This is like a Kohanna moment. You just speak it enough and it comes into...
I hope Kohanna sees this and comments on it, because that would make my whole year, not the whole...
Okay.
Obviously, 2 Quest, that's standard. Standard 1 Retiari, standard 1 Bestiari, standard 1 Murmillo, and I like playing Secutor. I go into Secutor with these Test Tigers, they get its effect, and if I have a Lance, the game is pretty much over, especially if I have background. So that's why I play 3 Test Tiger. Aggro Glad Beast of 3 Test Tiger involves 2 Prisma. Prisma Test Tiger obviously equals Geyseris, as long as Bestiari is in the deck. Moving on to the spells. We played 2 Forbidden Lance. I like it because it allows me to run over almost anything, especially with Laquari or Darius. And if I have a Secutor out, again, the Lance just allows my opponent to eat it when I want him to eat it, or her. Book of Moon, just 1 copy, very versatile. The standard Dark Hole Heavy Storm. Very standard Dark Hole Heavy Storm. I play the Rogue Pot of Duality. I don't like the card.
Not standard, this is
Rogue. I don't
Rogue.
like the card, so...
Would you cut it in the future?
Rogue. I'm going to cut this card.
Alright.
I'm going to cut the 1 Duality that I play. But again, this is very aggressive Glad Beast, so I play a Hero Lives. Cut half my life points, and if I happen to have a Glad Beast in hand, which I normally do, instant Geyseris.
Hey, listen, if you draw, go
I play 1 Proving Ground. If I have a Gladiator Beast on the field and it is my turn, instant Geyseris, obviously, because I search Bestiari, set the Bestiari, Geyseris.
That's amazing.
Alright, we play 1 MST. I don't really like MST, but you have to play it. That just seems to be the situation. Moving on to Trapolas, we have the standard 3 Chariot.
Standard.
This is the best card in the deck.
Standard.
It could kill anything anywhere. And by the way, this card does work in the damage step.
Yes, it does.
Counter trap.
Very powerful.
Alright, the worst cards in my deck. We have 2 Breakthrough Skill. I hate this card.
You wouldn't play it again?
I wouldn't play it again.
What would you maybe put in its place?
More Book of Moon or Enemy Controller. Those
That
are
makes
2
sense.
different cards. Yep.
Okay.
Because a lot of defense cards have very low defense in this format, and I could just go bing with any Glad Beast. So I think it's going to come into Enemy Controllers next. Very, very standard. I have the 2 Warning and 1 Judgment. Something else I would change about this deck is the fact that I play 3 D-Prison. Usually Glad Beasts lose to Stardust, so I have 3 D-Prison in my deck, but ultimately with cards like decks against like Monarchs, for example, if they bring out a Kaiser or Mobius,
Kind of stinky.
yeah, it just gets a little sticky, and I just have to wait for them to attack, so I might not continue with the 3 Deep Prison. But a very good card that is not Deep Prison is Bottomless. Bottomless is very good. Just a 1-for-1, very nice. Except when you run into a Lila and you have to use the Bottomless, and then they play JD. That's just Yu-Gi-Oh.
So yeah, Bottomless just went to 3. Would you perhaps play a 3rd?
I will be taking out a Deep Prison and playing a 3rd Bottomless. Thank you for the information. All right,
That's very recent change.
The very standard Mirror Force and Torrential. I think almost every deck that plays traps play these 2 cards. And then I have the Dr. Danny special. Chaos Trap Hole.
The standard Chaos Trap Hole.
I use this card as a rogue. It's a 1-of, and nobody expects it.
I like it because like your opponent must get really angry when you play it, and then that probably helps you win.
You know why? Because they're like, I just lost to a bad player. And the sad truth is that I kind of like when people lose and they think I'm bad.
That's
makes
good.
me feel really good.
I didn't think you were bad.
So
I don't lose for bad.
I imagine this hits way more cards than people realize.
Yes. So it is very good against Lightsworn. It is sometimes even good against Monarchs because sometimes people play Caius, Vanity's Fiend, etc. Sometimes people even play Jinzo, and negating the summon is huge. So again, the lights and darks, sometimes people play agents. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on here.
Very cool.
Let's move over to the side deck very quickly. We have an extra Retiari. Why? Because people siding goes in match against me, and the only way you can side is if you have another Glad Beast with the same attributes. Therefore, I have a Retiari that I can tag in with my Murmillo and Retiari. I play 2 Macrocosmos against the Tengu Plant deck that has run rampant here, and against other decks that use the graveyard, like Monarchs. Bergen's laughing at me. Moving on.
Tengu plants in 8 months.
I played it today.
Planty plants.
I played it today. Yeah, it's right there. What do you guys? You've lost to it.
No, this is one of the best death cards we're living in.
Come on, all right.
Doing really good.
Fuck the haters.
I got 3 Cyber Dragons. You know why? Because they side in Cyber Dragon against me, and then I play my Cyber Dragon, and I go into Chimera Tech, and they get upset because they think I'm a bad player for siding in Cyber Dragon in Glass. But
I like it. I like it.
I don't
Here
think
we
you're
are.
a bad player.
I got 2 light imprisoning mirrors because I remember a lot of tops being heralds, agents, lightsworns. So here we go, guys. If you come at me with that, I'm gonna come at you with this. Now here's where the Dr. Danny special comes in. I got 3 Beast King Barbaros and 2 Skill Drain in my side deck.
The other miracle.
That's
Just in
gamer
case
shit.
things go crazy, I turn into triple Cyber Dragon, triple Beast King Barbaros, double Macro, double Skill Drain, completely different deck. Nobody expects it, and they usually are very upset when I bring out a 3000 Beast King. Like I said, people like to side and goes a match against me, so just in case, I have a Dust Tornado and I have a Rogue Thunder King Raya because it just works well in Glads, and I like to sub out the duality for the Thunder King Raya.
I like it.
Moving on to the extra deck, the very cheap and small extra deck. I have 3 Geyseris. I have never gone into all 3 in one game, but you never know. You know, that's why I have 3. I have 2 Heraclinos. I've never gone into 2 in one game, but hey, let the man play, you know?
Yeah.
All right, I have 2 Utopia, and honestly, this is the card I go into most. Although everyone thinks it's Geyseris, I go into Utopia a lot.
He's just as good.
Utopia
Probably
is good.
better.
Yeah, the attack negate is really good, and the high attack. It's also, if I'm really having a problem against Stardust, but I have 2 Glad Beasts on the field, I can clunk, which is very nice. I can't do that with Geyseris.
Sure.
I have a Stardust myself, but you guys do not allow Starlight Road, so I play this for no reason.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much that. Just in case I have Murmillo and Retiari, I have a Granosaurus. I've never played it yet, but who knows? I have an Esadari. I don't really go into it, but again, it helps against Stardust, just in case. And then the best card in my extra deck, Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Again, I play 3 Cyber Dragons. No one's expecting it, so when they play Cyber Dragon against me and I go Chimera Tech, again, they are very upset. And that is my entire deck, guys. So I went 3-1 today. This deck has worked out for me. I'm going to make some changes, and I'll be here next week. Dr. Danny, out.
I appreciate the deck profile very much. Thank you.